into the search engine full-time MLM, you might have typed in, should I quit my job to go full-time in MLM, going full-time in MLM, any one of those variations. If that's how you got served up to this video, welcome. The next few minutes, I want to pour a whole ton of wisdom into you, lessons learned the hard way. If you're asking about, should I go full-time, should I not, I want to go full-time, all that stuff, it's a great search. You're asking good questions. You'll find that people like me who have a really kind of strong position on this have it not because we want to throw wet blankets on the excited business owner, but because we've learned some lessons, again, the hard way. So I've been doing this stuff now for about 5 years, and we've had some tremendous success, obviously. If you've been around our YouTube channel, you've seen a lot of our trainings. You may have seen us on stage somewhere or teaching or on a webinar or whatever. We've done a lot of great things in the business, personally enrolled hundreds of customers and distributors and all that stuff, top recruiters, yay. But I can tell you that in the last 5 years, if you kind of sat me down and you said, okay, give me maybe the top 2 or 3 things that you totally screwed up, and that if you could go back in a time machine and do it over again, you would do it. And one of them would easily be that we went full-time way too soon. Okay, way too soon. Here's the problem with network marketing. One of the biggest beefs I have with it, and I'm obviously in and around the industry, and I would also include any home biz thing in this, okay? So network marketing, affiliate marketing, internet marketing, you do drop shipping from home, whatever. I'm doing any home business kind of thing here. And I would argue any kind of entrepreneurial endeavor, even if you've got a brick and mortar shop and you're building apps and you got a startup or something. The problem with entrepreneurship, maybe I should make it wider instead of just network marketing, is that it's highly emotional, right? We hear lots of words like passion and enthusiasm and dreams and all this stuff, and it's very emotional. And you know, I think emotion obviously deserves a seat at the table of our decision making, but that's what makes it great at times, you know, this business and this pursuit of entrepreneurship. But it's also what makes it horrible, because when we're over emotional, we tend to not think rationally. And we get caught up in the Kool-Aid and the soup of, you know, we've been watching one too many Gary Vee videos, and I like Gary, he's cool, you know, or motivation porn on YouTube. And we think, all right, quit the job. Who cares? We'll figure it out. Woo! And then, you know, next month's the rent's due. Or 6 months from now, you've depleted your savings. Ask me how I know how that feels like. Yeah, been there. And then you've, you know, raided your IRA accounts. Gary, no one's ever done that, right? Yeah, no, I certainly didn't do that. No, I did do that. Yeah. You know, then all this enthusiasm breaks way into, oh, bleep, man, we should have thought this out a little bit better. The great Jim Rohn, who knew a thing or two about success, right? More than all of us chumps on YouTube doing videos like this. I mean, Jim Rohn knew some stuff. And Jim said about network marketing, but I think it applies to all of entrepreneurship, is that the best testimony in the world to sell your product, sell your deal, sell whatever, is a part-time testimony. Because it's much more relatable and realistic. If you're sitting talking to somebody and you're saying, you know, yeah, you know, I'm working over at the insurance agency. I work 9 to 5. I've got 2 kids, a house, a husband's wife, dogs, cats, and Little League. And while I'm doing all that, by the way, I made an extra $1,000 a month doing this. Hey, you might want to take a look at this. That is so much more interesting, compelling, relatable than if some full-time guy or gal comes along and is like, yeah, this is all I do, and I made $1,000 this month. One of those is clearly stronger. And Jim Rohn had it right. But I think there's more to it than that. So if there's no other reason for you to hold on to your day job and understand that it's actually an asset, not a liability, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, that testimony factor is reason enough. But the second biggest thing is you got to understand that as you're starting something, I don't care what kind of entrepreneurial deal you're in, there's going to be learning curve, there's going to be growth time, there's going to be mistakes, there's going to be ups and downs, there's going to be volatility. I mean, being an entrepreneur is incredibly volatile. We can talk all we want about predictable income methods and all this other stuff, but look, when your compensation is completely based on other people buying stuff, joining things, It's volatile because people can do all kinds of weird things. So with that in mind, there's already enough pressure to figure out the business. There's already enough pressure to learn the skills. There's already enough pressure to kind of put all those pieces together. What you don't need is adding the pressure of how we're going to pay the rent next month. Because when you're operating out of a position of scarcity, which back here in the background, it's how much money's left in the checking account, what money could we move over, how are we going to do that? It will come out in your marketing and in your sales. It will. People will smell commission on your breath. They'll smell the desperation. They can sense the edge and the tension of what you're doing. It's true. It's so true. You know, why is it that you tend to get a lot more results when you're getting results? Because your posture is not coming from a place of scarcity. But when you're in a dip and you're in scarcity, all of a sudden it's like nobody wants to buy from you. There's a reason for that. So this is where I get to what I was mentioning earlier about your day job is not a liability. It's like the best thing in the world because it helps you, one, to take care, hopefully, of all your basic bills so that you know, hey, the lights are going to be on, we're going to have food, and we're going to have some kind of roof over our house or over our head. Roof over our house? What does that mean? A roof over our head. And so I've got that. So that's cool. The pressure's off of this. And so when I'm working on this, I can work on my business from a place of real intentionality and clarity instead of, oh my gosh, how do I make my first sale so that we can order some Hot Pockets? Okay? This is especially relevant if you're in a demographic set that it doesn't make any sense to go quitting the job and, you know, throwing in for your passion and all this other stuff. You know, I'm a dad. I have 3 daughters. Crystal's a stay-at-home mom. You know, we got a mortgage and a car payment. I mean, there's stuff. We have more going on in our lives. We're not living out of a backpack trekking through Europe. So, you know, this notion of just throw it all in, you know, that doesn't even make sense for lots of people. And if you are living out of a backpack and you're traveling through Europe, I would encourage you too to not put all that pressure on a business, but instead, you know, have whatever is the day job and you know, don't pit the two up against each other. I see so many people do this, you know, oh man, you know, if I didn't have this day job, my business would be so amazing right now. Would it be really? What would really change? I mean, think about that. I think a lot of folks don't think it through. And listen, I did it, friends. I jumped on this passion train and did all that early on. And it cost me a lot of money. I raided a lot of savings. I mean, almost all of it, to be real with you. And you say, well, Gary, you guys turned it around. I mean, it all worked out. Yeah, but I'm telling you, it was a dumb way to do it. It was really dumb. And so, again, if I could go back, it would be one of the first things I would change. And so here's all I'm saying. You're thinking about it because you're excited about your business and your passion. That is awesome. I'm a fan of yours, okay? I love that you are and that you're fired up and you're ready to go. But the other part of this is, hey, listen, give that business the chance it deserves. Whether it's network marketing, affiliate marketing, you're doing a startup, whatever it is, give it the chance it deserves. Let it breathe and grow and have time and runway to do what it needs to do. Don't add pressure on it because it's already got pressure on it. Especially if you're new, you're not even sure if it works. You don't know all the stuff. You're not all the way in yet. I mean, you're still kind of toe testing the water. Don't make it harder on it by adding that additional strain. And you might go, well, Gary, I'm not thinking about quitting my job at all. That's ridiculous. Okay, then don't pit the two up against each other. Okay, because that's not fair to either one. They're not comparable. They're not supposed to be. A day job, wage job is completely different than being an entrepreneur. It's not better or worse necessarily. It's just different. I know network marketers are fond of saying we have a better way, right? Because they've heard Eric Worre say it 5,000 times. No, we don't. We have another way. So when you change that and you're not making them war against each other, but instead you're like, look, they travel paths next to each other. They can support and encourage and help one another. Cats are going crazy back there. Whoa. But they shouldn't go up against each other like that. I would also encourage you not to put them up against each other in your marketing. You know, quit your job, get in now. You know, this is the job killer. Screw your boss, all that kind of stuff. Really? You know, jobs, give them credit for what they are. They have a funny way of, you know, keeping the lights on. They have a funny way of providing for your family. You know, and here's an amazing thing. A lot of people don't like their jobs simply because they're so distracted by this other thing over here. When you're on your job, go all in for your job. Be a great employee. Be a great manager, supervisor, salesperson, whatever it is you do. While you're there, stop talking and thinking about this thing over here. It's not appropriate. Be great at your work. You might enjoy it a lot more and get promoted and make even more money to help encourage your side hustle. All right? But Jim Rome said it. Part-time's better. I agree with Jim. He knows a lot more than this bald guy. And I hope this makes sense to you. And if it does, if we've hit some nerves here that resonate with you, because I really think we got into something good today, make sure to leave a comment in the description below. Or not in the description, underneath the description. Leave it in there in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts because I think we're on to something here. I've learned these lessons the hard way. I want you to do great in your business, and I know you will. Just, you got emotion at the table. Bring logic there as well. Think long term, and you are going to do great. Hey, before I go, make sure, did you check out our duplication code, my network marketing friends, my affiliate marketing, internet marketing friends? Listen, don't leave today. Click on that link about the duplication code. I've gotten so much feedback about that 12-minute video, and I had no idea. It was like, I thought the video was awesome. I'm like, damn, that's great. But I had no idea people are going to get so spun up about it in a good way. So I want you to see it too. So make sure you click on the duplication code link down there in the description. It'll pop you out. Watch that 12-minute video. I want to hear what you think about it. I'll see you next time.